you Another lie, so break me up another time. You're up around me and you give me life, and that's why night after night I'll be fucking you right.